is if you step back from your job, and other than your job, think about all of the people that you've met in the course of your life. How many people are really scoundrels or scum or vile-type individuals? Aside from what you're encountering, it's probably a pretty small percentage.
Sure.
But what happens is you're in an environment where you're seeing the dark side on a regular basis, so it's very easily to forget that most people are usually very decent, positive, loving human beings. And what you're being thrust in the role of is to provide some sort of solution or love to those who have been in such painful situations.
Sure, yeah, that's true.
So you can either be overwhelmed by the experience, or you can be the key of, call it light, to shine light on the experience so people can realize that there's another way to be able to move forward in life.
Sure. No, I agree. And I used to manage the Chicago Public Schools for about 4 years, and that job was easy. I just made sure the buildings were, you know, the HVAC and the windows. The HVAC.
We're losing you again. Speak a little louder.
Broken. Yeah, I used to do different type of work, managing the Chicago Public Schools, and in that type of work, I didn't hear the stories of the emotional aspect of maybe what may have gone on with the children in the schools. But doing this human rights work, I hear stories that I just can't even fathom. And I agree with you. I do think that there's the majority of Americans that are really good. But here, where I'm at in Florida, in Lee County, there's just been so many sad stories of the Northerners that have moved here and have been their lives are just churned and destroyed by the environment.
Okay, now can you see that you have the opportunity to be a beacon of light for those children?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
That's why you're there. And and I applaud you for having the stick-to-itiveness to be able to do that positive job in the lives of these who are harmed.
Sure.
And it's real interesting because one of the things Sherry has asked me to talk about is a type of healing called spiritual response therapy, which works with people's cellular programming. And no matter how scarred we are in life, there's different types of tools which can allow us to release that scarring and then move forward with a very healthy, positive outlook on life.
Sure.
And we don't have time, I think, to go into your specific details right now on the air, but if you want to check out the website and do some research, you can go to my website, which is hankinterfeld.com, or Spiritual Response Therapy.
What's the website, sir?
My website is hankinterfeld.com, which is my name.
Okay.
Hank Innerfeld, INNER, F like Frank, ELD like Donna. .com.
Right, and I would like to read what Hank writes about SRT, which is Spiritual Response Therapy, which is what he's talking about.
Sure.
It's just a short paragraph, but it's really interesting. It says, through SRT, one identifies the emotional programs or issues that are running at the cellular level of an individual. A spiritual educational process begins at the soul level, which allows the soul to recognize the purpose of the emotional programs and then allows the programs to be released and replaced with harmony. The results in the release of tremendous emotional baggage from our lives, leaving the person the opportunity to explore life in a whole new manner, unconstrained by many of the old patterns and routines which had previously been governing their lives. And I know for a fact that it works. And also, Hank will tell you that there's a test that you can do to see if it will help you, so you don't even have to invest in it to check it out. And that's what our whole program is based on today. So thank you very much for calling in.
And I also want to say, all you have to do is Google my name, Ron, R-O-N, and then Angel, A-N-G-E-L-L, and you see all the work I've been doing for years. I'm not the Scuba Ron Angel. I'm the other one that is taking torture testimonials within the U.S. And I have
to say, great.
I
applaud you for rising to the occasion.
Oh, the most horrible testimonial of torture in the U.S. is a woman that she was a conjoined twin of one of multiple births in Minnesota, and she was taken and separated from the twin she was conjoined with. And then at that point, she was kept like a pet by the doctor that separated her here in the U.S. of A. And she was in a book called A Nation Betrayed by Carol Rutz. And her abuser...
I just ask you not to let those situations overwhelm you and become the focus of your intention.
But the thing about it is, it was Joseph Mengele himself that was brought to this country after World War II and hired by the U.S. that did this. That's the most upsetting thing. Joseph Mengele...
But again, you're choosing to maintain being upset, which is going to make you more effective in helping these kids. You are a magnificent being of light, as you are. If you focus on the dark side, you will essentially start reflecting that back.
But the thing about it is, Joseph Mengele still exists. He's still alive.
I understand that, and it's real interesting because when you see the grander picture of life, you are able to see that even these seemingly horrible situations have a grander purpose, which we're not able to fathom the way we've been taught. So thank you very much.
Okay, and also, Ron, why don't you come to www.realcoachingradio.com, and you can see us right here live on the chat board, and join the chats and see our links. So why don't you come on over?
I'll be right
Thank you. Thank you.
I appreciate it, and you know, we're gonna hope for all these children that this is just temporal, and the good U.S. of A. is just going to rise above everything, and we're just going to be like we've always been, a very benevolent, wonderful country, friend to the world.
And individually, most people are. Just keep that in your focus.
I do believe are. Thank you so much.
Thank you.